Good afternoon, Ian, and good afternoon, everybody in the studio, and good afternoon, Nigeria. Well, what Athletics Championship is this year again? I think the last time we were talking about Nigeria winning a gold medal was the last time we had a world record, and that's
Yeah.
somebody like Tobi Amusan. But we are hoping this year. We have 7 of them already qualified for the World Championship this year, and hopefully we'll see something better this year. I think apart from the fact that we have Tobi Amusan, then as a women also won medal at that championship too. So we're looking at those two. Tobi Amusan was at the Diamond League.
Yeah.
Then as a woman just came back from injury. She had an accident early this year in the USA. So hopefully both of them can really get set and get ready for this. Then somebody that have qualified. We have like a team, God bless. We have the Kayinsola, we have Philly, and rest. And I can assure you, more will still qualify. But it's not only about qualification, it's about their participation at the championship. So hopefully we can see something better this year.
All right, I'm hoping too that we can see something better this year. But the quarter milers have got my attention. I remember having to do a report with you, Charles, being one of the respondents about the recent surge of our quarter milers. Samuel Ogazi, we had the likes of also, I'm trying to remember the Igbo guy's name right now, Chidi Okezie right now. They've been stepping up impressively. But Nigeria's traditional sprint powerhouses in the 100 and 200 meters, like you mentioned, Ophili and Tobi Amusan, they have not been dominant so far. Should we be worried that the sprint, stars are not, stepping up to the plate so far this season? That's for this year. Should we be worried?
If I'm getting it right, so talking about the 400 meters athlete, that's quarter miler. Well, one of the issue with some of these our athletes, let me just mention it now, is the fact that they are competing for their schools. So that's one of the problems. Go and check the list for the world relay. They are not going with our quarter milers. We are not competing in the 4x400 meters because most of the 400 meter guys are already there in school competing for their various schools, apart from the few of them that are professionals. So talking about Chidi, KZ, and Samson and like. But most of our key athletes, the 400 meter runner, most of them are students. And that's one of the problems that we have, even all our events, that's the 100 meter, 200 meter, most of them are students. And their school, we definitely want to use them very well when we are having the NCAA at the moment. So one of the biggest problems that we're having is that most of the time, these athletes are already bought out before this major championship for Nigeria. And that's why I'm happy with the fact that the news around that they are giving they're already giving grants to some of these elite athletes. Hopefully this will help them not to really compete so much and use the money to prepare themselves for major championship. And I can see Kayinsola Ajayi, and one of Nigeria have done sub 10. We have few of them that have done sub 10 seconds, and he has not achieved that. He just achieved that. So hopefully he can take that form going forward. But if you remember, the last time, Tebashi was like doing like sub 10 like 3 times within a year. But by the time it mattered most, he was unable to replicate this form because of the fact that he was one out that competed for
collegiate level.
He has been in so many events during the year before the major championship. But hopefully, maybe this $20,000 grant given to some of these athletes, I was told that over 30 track and field athletes are going to be getting this 20,000 grant. Hopefully, this will help us, especially looking at the World Championship and going forward with the preparation for the Olympics.
All right, we're also hoping that that money can be a little bit of motivation and boost for their preparation. Let's talk about Tobi Amusan and Favor Philly. Yes, they are returning stars. They've got points to prove. We remember the Paris Olympic Games where everybody's hope were on Tobi Amusan to make sure that she hits podium, but she could not. How crucial is their leadership and experience for Nigeria's overall performance at this event?
We're talking about Tobi Amusan. If you look at what Tobi Amusan went through in the last 2 years, in fact, let me say since the time she won the World Championship gold medal and became the world record leader this young girl has been through a lot. Don't let me say young girl, young woman has been through a lot in the world athletics in athletics ranking, because it was the same one that was suspended for it. Why? Because of the test, out of competition test, and she was reinstated just few days to a competition. That is psychological. That has a psychological effect over such an athlete, and hopefully she will have gotten over it after a year. This last year, it's after the Olympics, and this woman, I'm sure she was able to get over some of. She's a fighter. That's one thing I know about Tobi Amusan. And talking about Favour Ofili too. Favour had her own issues at the Olympics. She was supposed to register for 100 meters. Something happened and later. But I'm sure these two ladies are fighters. And coming back this year, 2025, we should see better from them. We should see more from these athletes going forward. And like you said, their leadership, coupled with that of improvement, especially for the women, then we should be expecting something good from them. So many athletes are looking up to them, and they don't want to let them down.
All right, yes, we're hoping that they would not let other athletes down. Wishing them all the best. This is going to be in September. So at this time, preparation begins now. Should have even started before now. So we'll be hoping that they can make Nigeria proud. We would have to see the best, the very best from these athletes. Thank you so much, Charles Ogundiya. I always love to call you Charles Dia. Well, it's great. Thank you for joining us on the show today.